Hello there, welcome to another video. This is a video on my new project that I've basically just bought. So the title should be in the heading, so you should know what it is already. So this is a project that after getting rid of my old car that I had, I decided that I needed to get something else to get my teeth into, really. So let me just show you around it. So here it is. It's 1986 Mk1 Ford Sierra. So it's a 2.8 injection Ghia 4x4. It's a pretty rare model. I didn't even know these existed in this guise. I've had an XR4i before, an XR4x4. The paintwork's been resprayed. The whole car's been resprayed professionally. It needs a good clean because it's been in storage for the last, I don't know, 5, 6 years, 7 years, 5, 6, yeah. So it's got no MOT. It's been off the road. It's a bit of a project. It's got some bits missing on it. I love a good set of 5 spokes. So it's the 2.8. It's the mechanical fuel injection, the Bosch mechanical fuel injection. It's got a pretty severe oil leak. It just needs going through. So it's got aircon, but the pump's been removed. Power steering. So obviously the belts need replacing. It just needs a good going through. It does start, it does drive. It drives onto the back of the truck and off again. It does run. But literally I picked it up yesterday. Drove it, literally off the truck onto here. I don't like the steering wheel. There's nothing wrong with it, I just don't like it. So it's showing 34,685. I've also noticed that the rev counter doesn't work and it's permanently there. A few bits and pieces don't work. Apparently the sunroof is stuck. I know that I didn't want to fiddle with it because I didn't want them to get stuck. But the driver's window definitely doesn't work at all. The headlining is saggy. It needs some attention here and there. Nothing too bad. You can see it's got the aircon. It's got the Ford amplifier radio. I don't like this. I think the bucket was in the original pocket. I think it's in the back. I don't like that. I'm gonna take that out and put the original cubby hole in there. So yeah, there you go, really. So my plan, first of all, it needs an MOT. That's the first plan. It needs an MOT. It's got a bit of a cold start problem. I'll see if I can show you that in a minute. it won't start, and the seller told me how to start it. So I don't know whether you have to do that all the time or whether it's just when it's cold. I haven't managed to find that out yet. So yeah, so it's got a cold start problem. It's got an oil leak, but I need to go through it. I need to go through the fluids, check the oil, check the coolant. I need to check all the tyre pressures, because one of the tyres actually was flat when I got there and you pumped it up. So it's obviously a slow puncher, but I've got these wheels that I'm going to put on relatively soonly. Relatively soonly, is that a word? I need to check the tread. Most of them are pretty good. I don't know how old the tyres are, but one of them was definitely worn. What am I pointing at? Over there. On the outer edge, one of them is a bit worn, but again, for just to get an MOT, they might be good enough. So I'm hoping to get it down the workshop ASAP, i.e. within an hour. I just need to get it running, get it warmed up, make sure it's going to get there to a booked MOT. Make sure the tyres, obviously the wheels are actually bolted on properly, and you know the tyre pressures are acceptable, and it'll get there without overheating or blowing up. I mean, I don't know. You know, it runs, but you know it's different to driving, isn't it? The brakes, stuff like that. So my overall plan with this car is to basically get it up and running properly, get it MOT'd, and then just do anything underneath that need doing. Underneath is immaculate. I'll try and get a video of that later. Underneath is absolutely immaculate. It doesn't look like it's ever been welded. From what I've seen on the video and the pictures that the seller sold me, so I want to see it with my own eyes. But when he had it repainted, the paintwork was good in condition structurally, but it was just the lack of peel and faded. There wasn't any rust anywhere on the car that he had to deal with. So I don't know. It had done 30. The first MOT it ever had electronically was in 2006, and it had done 30,000 miles in 2006. There was no history with the car. I don't have any paperwork whatsoever apart from the V5. So I have no idea, you know, did it do, I mean, I was talking about this with a friend the other day. We were just trying to work out the dates. In 2006, basically it was 30 years old, 86, 96, no, 30 years old. No, 20 years old. So could it have done only 30,000 miles in that short period of time? Looking at the car, I could believe yes, because of the seat and the wear on the interior. Yes, the engine is, you know, needs attention, but it doesn't look like it's been sat around. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Is it relevant? Am I going to be able to prove it? No, probably not. It could have gone around twice, for all I know. So yeah, so I'm babbling. So get it MOT'd, get it driving, get the interior done. I mean, we've got stuff like, I can show you because obviously it's in portrait mode or whatever you call it. The dashboard is cracked. Common problem on these. Want to get the interior, you know, clean, get everything working up together. You know, just sort out, you know, the headlining and stuff like that, and just make it into a nice, usable sort of daily driver. And then take it from there, basically. So that's it. Right, well, let's see if I can get it started. He told me the trick, but I believe, well, I'll show you. So I've just noticed this. What is that? Don't know. Yeah, the seller basically said that you have to put your arm in there, and there's a flap which is like there's a pin. When the airflow goes in through here, it pushes when the airflow goes through here and it goes through into the engine. There's a flap. I can't show you it, but it moves up and down. You have to hold the flap up and get someone to crank it. And I think basically what that's doing is it's enriching the mixture in here. So I'm not pointing at it. it's enriching the mixture in here, which is basically giving it a choke, basically, which I think that's what it's doing. I'm not 100% on this. I've only done a little bit of reading up, but there is a cold start valve on it. It might be that, I don't know. And there's a cold start injector, which again might be that. So it could be that that's faulty. I don't know. So I'm going to give it a crank now, see if it will start, because I've just noticed this. It's not really sort of on there properly. See if it will start. If not, I'll put some brake clean in there. Hopefully we can get it running, warm it up, and once it's warmed up, I'll be able to then get an indication as to whether it's only doing it when it's cold, or whether you need to do that when it's hot. And it's doing that. Stops when you start it. You can't see the lights, can you? All those lights are on. Can you see those lights? You can't. Oh, they've gone out. How bizarre is that? It thinks the boot open and the door's open. That's interesting. Anyway. See, it doesn't want to start. So let's try some brake clean. Not quite sure whether this is going to work, but there we go. Nope. So I need to get the brake clean into the actual engine. I'll get something and undo that, and then we'll see if we can spray it straight in, see whether that'll get started. Alright. I've disconnected that, sprayed some brake clean in there. Let's try it again. New. Okay, right, well, I'm a bit lost. Like, unfortunately, I need 2 people to do that, and I haven't got 2 people. So I started it last night to move it, and I got the wife just to hold. Where is it? There. Just to hold that up. Can you hear that? I'll keep trying and see if I can get started. Right, let's try that again. Stupid me, didn't open the throttle flap, did I? So I just sprayed it in, wasn't looking at the throttle flap, and all poured out. Right, let's try it again. Oh dear. So yeah, it just needs a little bit extra. Exhaust blow, they didn't even hear me. Sounds quite quiet. Obviously the video will really show how loud it is or not.
tapping. If an engine's tapping like a diesel on a video, you'll really hear it and it will be pronounced.
Okay, so it got here pretty much unscathed. I think the tyres are all rock hard. But yeah, it got here fine, no issues at all. So let's get it up on the ramp and have a look underneath and see what we can see. Right, let's get a torch. It's definitely, you can see the exhaust blow up there, can't you? Brake pipes all look good. Obviously been replaced at some point. Definitely dripping oil. But I think that's coming from up there. A bit of surface corrosion there need to be dealt with. Bit of overspray. Okay, so we've had a good look underneath. Noticed that gasket is damaged up there. See it sticking out there, look. But, so I've cleaned it all up. So it probably needs a new gasket on there. Looks like it's been sealed already. The rocker covers are definitely leaking, so I need to do that. But overall, everything else is pretty good. It just needs a bit of under seal. And the only other issue I found is that there. So that probably needs replacing, but that only goes over to here. So it just needs a good tidying up and a bit of paint here, a bit of rust preventative. So it's all pretty good. Probably needs a new exhaust at some point. And it's definitely leaking up there. I don't know if you can see that. What am I pointing at? Can you see it? Just literally above the oil filter there, look. That feels a bit loose, so, but those bolts don't look like they're just going to come off, so that's not going to be a time for today. So all good. I've also put the wheels on it, so it needs some tyres on it. So all good. So that's about it really for now. I'll get it home and show it, on the ground properly, and I think that'll be it for this time round until I decide what's next on it. Well, there you go. It's yeah, it was relatively successful. Nothing majorly wrong with it. The brakes need some attention. Don't know whether the servo's working on it. I feel a bit spongy. Wheels need new tyres. They're horrible. They need balancing. Wheels just sort of seem to go out of balance over time. Not that you'd notice, but the front needs to go down a little bit. The rear, I would say, and then we're uphill slightly here, but it's slightly higher than that. I'd say it's probably sitting about there normally, but that actually looks pretty good to me. So the front needs to come down to the same. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. So that's it for this video, just to look at the car really, just to see what's what. So next time, whatever I do to it next, I'm not sure. I'll bring you along with me. Thanks for looking. If you fancy subscribing, liking the video, please do so. Okay, thanks a lot. Cheers.